Welcome. This is my tutorial on how to trim the perfect Christmas tree. So to start off with, you need to get the right tree for your room, the right size. So this tree is a little bit short. I could have got a little bit higher, but selection wasn't great. For me, I really like to have a nice, wide, bushy tree because it gives me more room to work with. Now, the biggest thing about trimming a perfect tree is this is too much bushiness. We have to thin it out just perfectly so that we can place our bulbs inside and outside of the tree. So this is what the tree looks like right now. I'm gonna get myself some clippers. These aren't perfect, but this is what I got. The ones from last year broke. And I'm gonna start clipping off the tree. And as I clip, I'm gonna collect them in this bin. Usually I just use a cardboard box, but this is going in the garbage anyway. So that's what we're gonna start with. So I'm gonna take a break right now and we'll come back at it in a few minutes. Let's just take one more look at this tree first before we start anything. A lot of stuff, you can't see through it. A lot of stuff on the bottom there. We're gonna get rid of that because we want to be able to put presents under the tree. I don't know if you can see this or not, but you know. And one of the things I like, if I can get 360 degrees of a tree, or at least 270, it's more decorating capability. So, extra stuff off here. So, start with branches that aren't going to actually support any bulbs because they don't do anything, they just take up space. And more is better. So things that go upward that are really light and flimsy, you don't need them. Just too much stuff, too much stuff.
There's too much stuff. I get it.
Yeah. I'm going to put down here at the bottom because I'm definitely going to get rid of some stuff down here. You want to be careful not to take too much, but
Take just a little bit.
just take just a little bit, exactly.
Hey, I know about tree stuff.
Okay, so like this down here, don't need it. Because you really want to be able to have presents. This whole branch right here, not need it.
You really want presents if you're on the good list, so you really need to be good if you want to get presents.
Okay, pause it. This is my regular clipping, but there's a big branch down here with a big, pretty thick that I need to cut off. So just starting here on the bottom and just starting to kind of thin out the bushiness, okay? So again, it's hard to appreciate this, but less is more because you want to allow the beauty of your ornaments to shine through. And you don't need it just to be a massive, bushy tree.
Yeah, you really don't want a bushy tree.
Okay?
You also
So
said that.
that's the key to having the perfect Christmas tree, is not accepting the shape of the tree that you got on the lot. It needs a little bit of work. It needs a little fine tuning. So like here, there's a lot of stuff right here, so I'm gonna get rid of this.
Can I say something?
I've still been actively trimming, making room so that this is a three-dimensional tree, and there's gaps, but this will be perfect when you actually have an ornament there. And to just give you an idea, this whole box so far is already full of tree trimmings. And that being said, when you look from afar, the tree still looks pretty good, it still has its shape, but we have more work to do. As you're trying to trim this tree, you should be able to see the vertical trunk of your tree when you look through the tree. So if you have too many leaves and you can't actually see into the middle of the tree, then you need to continue to keep trimming until you can see the trunk of the tree. and that's sort of your goal so that you have enough room to see all your ornaments. So I'm gonna keep on trimming. Peyton is gonna just show you kind of how much leaves I've already trimmed down, and then we're gonna take a little break.
She actually really likes to put ornaments in the back. And this is how much she actually
What's
trimmed.
over there? So we
And over here. And I actually might use this for an art project.
You can use this stuff to make your own wreath, actually.
So cool. I'm totally gonna make one. I'll show you soon, guys. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of the tree. Sometimes I want to put like ornaments in the middle. My mom usually actually puts like at least 2 in the middle, or at least 2 like in the tree. That's why she's actually cutting a lot of this. There's so much pieces, guys. You should have been here if you want to make a wreath over here now. I have to use glue for this now. Free.
So here we are. We do have a little bit of some sparse spots, but that's good because we can see through the tree. We can see the trunk.
Is that your YouTube video?
Okay, so here we go. We've sort of trimmed out, and I think at this point it's looking sparse enough that we're gonna move on to lighting. Okay. Now one of the keys about trimming the tree is you still keep your trimmer with you, because as you start to place ornaments and you find that branches are in your way or sort of preventing you from getting that optimal placement, you continue to trim to make room for your ornaments. And remember, we're looking for 3-dimensional placement here. 3-dimensional placement. Okay, so I'm stringing the lights right now, and one of the things that you might notice, what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to do an inner and outer layer of lights, so that there's two levels. All the lights aren't just on the outside. They're at different levels, but they're inside the tree and on the outside of the tree. Okay, that's it.
Okay, we're done with that right now, but I just want to tell you something. You might want to like spread your lights out, because you see that the lights are right here and they're right here. Like you want to put a little bit of ornaments like in between, so that's why you want a little bit of space between. And also, these lights can be like a little like dangerous for kids. Okay, so really don't touch them that much. Like I'm touching them. Like a kind of burn. And now we're done with that. Bye.
Okay, the lights are on. I want you to see. I mean, I'm not really like very neat about putting the lights on. I don't have time to kind of worry about that. But like, you take a close up, and there's lights inside the tree. Okay, so it's not just on the outside. The lights are everywhere. Look inside. There's lights. There's different layers of lights, and having those spaces creates the 3-dimensional look that we are going for. So this year I actually did upgrade to LED lights, so they're pretty bright. I might consider getting one of those boxes that allows you to sort of let them flicker in different patterns, but right now I just have solid LED lights. And this is with the lights off. It looks pretty. There's a little gap right here, but you can kind of move that down and fill that in. Not so bad anymore. So we're pretty happy with that. So next step will be decorating. So we're here right now. We're finally decorating our tree. So we're having a lot of fun with it right now. You can see because of all the trimmings that we did, there's all layers to the tree. There's ornaments that are deeper in, and then there's ornaments on the outside. And so we're enjoying it. But like I mentioned, you can still take down more. So look, there's a picture right here that I want to see. So I'm going to, here, hold this, camera woman.
Wait.
So I do this. So I still got scissors with me. I'm gonna just take that off. And now my ornament is front and center, just the way I wanted it. Okay? So you gotta have your scissors with you. Keep trimming. There's always more to take down. Okay, we're gonna keep decorating. Here's the finished product with all the ornaments on. And you can see this is a gorgeous tree. And you will get many compliments because there's depth and breadth to this. Look, you can see stuff inside. Yeah. When you look in, there's more to find. Little things hiding everywhere. It's not just all sitting on the outside. So, we've been happy with the way this tree turned out, and hopefully you can kind of apply what we talked about and have a beautiful tree yourself. Bye.
Bye.
Speaking of leaving things behind, now's the time when we give out tent assignments, so you can leave your heavy bags behind.
Merry Christmas.
Me too. Aquamarine. Me too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.